but I'm not liking it. Oh crap. I am live, but that's because my phone and I'm live here in my shop, and I'm probably not going to like it. I don't know if you're going to like it or not either, because I'm having to go with the other orientation. I hate it when it ends up like this. I'm going to see what's going on with my camera. I'm going to go on my computer here, but my computer and everything else is not cooperating this morning. So I'm going to see what's going on with my YouTube here. Let me see if I can figure it out myself here. See if I can pick out what's going on. All right, here's live here. Let me see if it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully people will pick up on it. Let me cut that off because I'm talking to myself there. Oh, Lordy, I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm having to go this way today because I didn't get the camera and the computer syncing right. So technical difficulty here. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, I got technical difficulty here. I tried to do it with my computer and it would not work. Hey, Zach, I saw Zach in there. So just try to catch me. Hopefully everybody will catch me on this because I had to shut the other one down. I'm trying to square that up now on my settings over here so people won't be going to the other video. But as you see, my camera is not going the right orientation and everything, so I can see everybody down there at the bottom, but hopefully let me get this other one managed here and get it stopped and get it where it needs it. I need to close it out and delete it so people will follow this one. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Everybody had to kind of bear with me a little bit because I'm having to hold the camera. I'm having to hold the camera here because my orientation, when I turn it, as you can tell, is locked, and it won't let me. It won't. I'll tell you what. I might just let me cut that off. Let me take this off the tripod the way it is, and at least put it on the tripod right. Little bit of mechanical work here. As I'm doing this, let me screw this in down here at the bottom instead of the top, and then I won't have to stand here and hold on to this. So y'all bear with me for a few seconds. I mean, I'm just trying to go with the flow here, as they say. Now I can put my tripod back down and not have to handhold this. Doggone it. Nothing seems to be wanting to go right with me this morning. All right. There we go. All right. Now, a little bit tilted, but that's not too bad. So hopefully y'all can see me and hear me and everything. Let me get this old one off here. I'm trying to get this one deleted. Let me go to the options and get this other one deleted so people won't be going to it. Oh no, not edit. I want to, let's see. Well, I'll do that for the time being. That will get that out of the way a little bit. I'll fix that later. Hopefully anyway. But happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Glad you're bearing with me here on my not so mistake-free Sunday morning here. I should have been a little more. I usually can just come up here and have it set up and going in just a few minutes, and I thought the same would be the thing. Everything would be the same today, but unfortunately, I came up here and it didn't want to connect with my computer like it usually does. So what do? Yeah, go with the flow. Go with the flow. But I'll let everybody look around my shop here if you want to. I can give you a grand shop tour of what Jim and I are doing. Like I always say, mainly Jim, but what's going on in our shop. I'm gonna turn it here. I'll turn this around and we'll take a view of what's going on. Here's our 56 Pontiac we're working on. It's up on the stands right now. Jim's been taking care of the floorboard. If you can see, we had a rusted out floorboard. Jim took everything and cut it out, and then over there he's putting the new floorboard in. So we're slowly but surely getting this done. Yeah. Yeah, she's not a beauty right now, Jamie, that's for sure. But she's coming along. It's coming along. Like I said, it's a work in progress. Got to have something to keep Jimmy busy. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, this next week now I'm on my bead roller here. We're going to put a new motor on it so Jim can work on things a lot easier. Right now he's got some all the detail stuff in here in the trunk that he's taking apart. But the old body on this car is in pretty good shape. Of course, it needs a heck of a paint job. It needs paint and everything, and some trim here and there. But it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. I hate I've got this orientation. I don't particularly like looking at this type of orientation, and I think a lot of people don't either. So, just bear with me a second. Oh, me. Let me set this back down here. I'll set this back down. Let me turn the camera back around. All righty. It's back around to me. And I'm sitting here crooked by this thing. Let me see if I can change that. Give me a second. I'm trying to change everything on the fly. Change everything on the fly a little bit. I guess do it like that. You can do it like that and kind of get rid of it. Let me see if I Can't change this yet, can I? Nope, not with that. I'm just trying to, when I realized I had the bad camera, the bad webcam on, I switched over. But hopefully everybody will pick up on what I've done and be able to go with the live video. Yep, okay, it looks like it there. All right. I got a few people in here. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Zach. Yeah, yeah, that old car has a big trunk for sure. I could stuff a couple of politicians in the back, couldn't I? Which we need to do and haul them off. Yeah, I tell you what, we're hopefully in November we'll be able to haul off a bunch of old bad politicians and get some good ones in there, won't we, Jamie? But we'll see what we can do. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying St. Patty's Day today. I'm happy today. My Wolfpack, as you see my Wolfpack hat on here, we're happy because of that. NC State beat Carolina last night in the ACC tournament, which projects them into the NCAA tournament now. So State will be able to move on. I don't know what level they'll be at or whatever, because they weren't highly ranked at all. It feels like the old what they call cardiac pack. In 1983, NC State was in a very similar situation. Hadn't played that great all during the year, played mediocre, and then won the won the ACC tournament, and then went on to win the NCAA finals. They weren't projected to win just about any game. I mean, every step of the way, everybody always said, yeah, they're going to lose to this team because this team's so much better. And I remember I said, dadgum, they keep getting luckier and luckier. And they made it all the way to the Final Four. Of course, that's when Houston had, what was fly, I forget how, they called it, they had a nickname for that team. But they wasn't predicted at all to win against Houston, because Houston had been number 1 and number 2, I think, all during the year. And they went down there and beat Houston at the last minute shot. And I think everybody remembers seeing that. And it shows Valvano running out on the court, and he's searching all over for somebody to hug and everything. And but it was a great time in NC State's history. Oh yeah, that's why they play all 4 quarters or 9 innings or 60 minutes in football, and or that a little bit much more. But it's not over till the fat lady sings, is what they used to say, and that's the case of that last night. But yeah, they're just playing good right now, and I hope for the best for them. I don't know how long it'll be. It's been since 1987, almost 40 years since they won the since they won the ACC tournament. I mean, ACC has been dominated with Duke and Carolina. That's all you'd see all these years. It seems like it would be either Duke or Carolina, and they dominated the ACC for years. And this year, Carolina won the regular season, and Duke was right up there with them too. And then State knocked off Duke, knocked off Virginia, knocked off Carolina last night. And it's just one of those things. Great. It feels good. It feels good to be a Wolfpacker. Of course, we're diehard Wolfpackers. My grandson is NC State, so he's there. My son went to NC State. My wife went to NC State. Her dad and her brother went to NC State. So we're definitely an NC State backer, and so we really enjoy the NC State crowd and everything. But you know, that's just something we're able to kind of brag about. We got a little bit of bragging rights for a small fraction of our life, I guess, for that. And anytime we beat Carolina, that's the big rival. Whether it be football or basketball or anything, anytime we can beat Carolina, it's a good day for the Wolfpack. I mean, we beat them in football this year, and we beat them, like I said, and we won the tournament. I think they lost both games to them in the regular season. I don't think they won either one, so that they were never in contention for the ACC championship. I mean, it was either Duke or Carolina, I think, primarily, and you know, a few others. But State was never up on the top tier of that. But they pulled it off last night, so we're cool. We're cool with it, and hopefully they'll be able to go further on into the NCAA tournament. We'll see. Hey, Walter. Yeah, Jim Valvano's looking down, and he's giving it a thumbs up right now because he knows that his pack is pulling it out again and everything. But yeah, it's a good time for if you're an NC State Wolfpack supporter. It's a great time for your team right now. It's time to be able to be a little bit jubilant whereas Carolina and Duke and all the other teams, Clemson and all, they dominate our conference usually. So when we as an underdog, NC State, pull stuff off, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. But we like Pack. I mean, I'm more interested in their academics than I am their athletics anyway. Their academics are superior to a lot of them too, because we put out, that's where the engineering school is. So when you want a good engineering degree, which my grandson's going for, you want to send your children to NC State. If you want them that kind of degree, if you want them to be a liberal arts politician, then you can send them on down to Carolina or Duke, and then they can get philosophy majors and you know, political science majors and that sort of crap. And that's my opinion of those courses, crap. We get too many of those crap courses. We get too many of them that they get, as my grandpa used to say, get a whole bunch of people they're more educated, they have more education than any of their intelligence. So they're educated way beyond their intelligence, you might say. And that's what you get at a lot of these liberal arts colleges. And I'm glad that my grandson is not going to a liberal arts college, that he's going to he's at an engineering college. Yeah, all those poli-sci majors and poli-sci and every other liberal arts program, philosophy and psychology, and you know, all these majors that I don't count as majors. I'd rather have, you know, people that build things with their hands. I'd rather have people that know how to engineer, like I said, a mechanical engineer, which my grandson's going for. My son is an electrical engineer, and you know, people like that are the backbone of the world, that actually know how to build things. I mean, can you imagine where we would be without the engineers and the people underneath them that actually do the work? And you know, you've got to have people that can build things. We don't build things because people are smart in political science. Political science hadn't built a single building out there. There's not, you know, the New York City was not built with a bunch of political science people. Now it houses a lot of political science and a lot of news reporters and everything else, but it was those buildings were built by engineers. Yeah, yeah, the Wright brothers too. Yeah, that's another North Carolina connection too. Two brothers that came down from Ohio and flew at Kitty Hawk. And if you've never been anywhere, yeah, everybody ought to go out to Kitty Hawk to see how they. I mean, it's amazing how they were able to do that out there at Kitty Hawk. But it was done. That's where it was done, out there at Kitty Hawk and all that. But let me shut this little computer down. I don't need it right now. Well, I guess, I don't know, I could monitor it, couldn't I? Let me go back to monitor. Make sure everything is looking good and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good St. Patty's Day today. Yeah, I can monitor this too. Yeah, I can see all my chats over here a little bit better. That's what I'll do. I don't see them as good on this as I do this. Yeah. Well, Zach, I hope you're hanging in there good. Like I said, you've had to be inundated with all our Swifties and everything over there the last few weeks and everything. I guess they say there were people from the U.S. that were actually, almost said it, and I'll see how crooked that looks there. They said that y'all were inundated with a lot of people from the U.S. that wanted to go see Taylor Swift and all sort of crap. No, wait a minute. What's that? Let me try to read that one. Corey Fry. Am I somebody's dad? I don't catch that. Coochie's dad? I don't know what that is, Corey. What? I don't know whose dad you're talking. No, I'm not. I'm Mike Jones. That's who I am. I don't know whose dad you're looking for out there. But I'm Mike Jones. And that's who I am. But I don't know. Now who am I getting out here on? You like my hat? Okay, well, good. I'm an NC State backer. I don't know who. Got a couple people I'm not used to seeing in here. But it is what it is. Yeah, I hope everybody is enjoying this St. Patty's Day, and hopefully we can have a nice day. We've had some great weather down here in North Carolina, and I'm real tickled with what we've been able to accomplish. Jim and I have been. Well, good morning. I'm having a bunch of new people. I'm not. Well, hey Jennifer, I don't know how I'm getting all these new people in here. Yeah, I'll be mowing. I was mowing grass this past week. I was out mowing some grass and doing some things, but I'm trying to get it. Yeah. Well, hey Jennifer, whoever Jennifer is. Yeah, I'm catching some new people. I don't know if it's because of my NC State hat or. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know where I'm catching all these. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I'm catching a lot of just early risers or something here. I don't know. Um, the channel is getting busier than it has been in a while. Maybe it is. Maybe it's Taylor Swift fans. I don't know. I was talking about Taylor Swift for a second there, so maybe I'm getting Swiftie fans. Uh, there's someone who draws. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Hey, Jerome. I'm glad to see you in here. Yeah, I don't know why my channel's blowing up there with a lot of new people there. Well, howdy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe it's people that maybe because I said something about Joe Biden or something. I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to move on with some politicians, aren't we? The ones that hopefully aren't going to try to spend our way out of spend our way back into prosperity. I was listening to Mike Morgan earlier. Uh, I watch his show, Outdoors with the Morgans, and he was talking about different things in politics, and how he was talking about the deficit, and people worried about the deficit and the debt, and people not understanding the difference between the deficit and the debt. I mean, we got to be able to educate people that we can't be like Venezuela and some of these countries where they go in and they try to spend their way out of debt, and you can't do it. I mean, you've got to have enough. You got to be able to sustain a certain level of debt. Anyway, we're getting to the point now that all of our taxes are going to go straight to paying the interest on our debt. And that's not sustainable. That means our money is going to be worth less and less. So, we want to be able to get back to vote the politicians in that are going to help us. I mean, we don't need to keep going down this same path and voting people in that just want to spend, spend, spend. I mean, we're paying for two wars, and we got a porous border right now. We cannot sustain those kind of things in the United States. I mean, I'm an old boomer here, and I've seen a lot, and I've seen where our debt has gone up and down. I've gone through a lot of different inflationary times. I mean, I can remember when gasoline was 25 cents a gallon, and gasoline now is $4 a gallon. We can't continue to have these kind of inflationary situations. Oh, I don't, well, maybe that's Canadian friends. I don't know which prime minister you're talking about. If you're talking about the prime minister of Canada, I agree. That's another idiot right there. Y'all need to get him out. The prime minister, Trudeau, needs to definitely get out of Canada. I mean, they are definitely going deeper and deeper into debt in Canada because of the way Trudeau is doing. And then they're doing these carbon taxes. I don't understand that carbon tax that they're throwing on everybody. It's just ridiculous. Oh, you're talking about the UK. Well, yeah. Yeah, the UK, it could be too. Well, these questions are coming quicker than I can read them here. Oh, somebody want to know what state I'm in the state of North Carolina, United States. I'm in North Carolina right now. Uh, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And I hope like I told somebody earlier, you know, we've got to vote for policy. We got to vote for policy change right now. I mean, we cannot be so spend, spend, spend. We can, I mean, that's the part, you know, inflation is 18%. You know, they keep saying about inflation reduction, and they're trying to mismanage results and try to make it, they're trying to spin it as something's good. I mean, yeah, the stock market's up, but that's people that's already got a lot of money. I don't care. I don't care what the stock market is. I mean, that has nothing to do with grocery prices. Stock market prices, they have nothing to do with what gasoline costs at the pump. Those are the items that are so inflationary. When you can't supply goods and services to the average person at a decent price, then your inflation is just out the roof. And right now, that's what's happening. We're out the roof with stuff like that. I'm not understanding what that. Corey Fry, I have no idea what you were asking about. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how my chat blew up like it did, but you know, whatever. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves here. Sophia Estelle. All right, Sophia, I gave you a shout out just then. Let me pull my computer down here so I can read some of these right quick. Prime Capital fan, okay, LOL. Corey Fry, spelled I cup. What? Corey, I do not understand what your logic. Well, like I say, a lot. Yeah. Okay, good. Another Australian in there. Yeah, that I got Zach Grubb. Now Zach's one of my regulars. He's in here and he's from Australia. It's, maybe I'm getting all the midnighters from Australia that's jumping in. I don't know. And some of the people from the UK. So, you know, whoever, I'm glad to have you in here right now. And glad we're kind of blowing up on the channel a little bit. Say Kendall and Charlie are meant to be. Okay, I don't know who Kendall and Charlie are, but if they're meant to be, they're meant to be. Okay, all right, Sophia. Glad to meet you, Sophia. Where are you from, Sophia? So I don't know where all these newcomers are from, and all that sort of stuff. But I'm glad to have you in here, whoever you are, and I'm glad we can. Yeah, I know, Jamie. I don't know how I hit the big times. Yeah, my chat room's blowing up, and with a lot of people I don't know right now. But whoever and whatever, if they want to hear me talk, that's fine. I'll take a deep breath and just keep on chatting and see what happens here. I mean, it's fine with me. You know, I like saying things about what I'm wanting to say anyway, and if they're willing to listen to me talk, so be it. So be it. Yeah, new fans. Yeah. How old am I? How old do I look, Steve? I'm old enough to know better. I'll say that. But most people, I'm a boomer, so you can take it from there. I'm a baby boomer, and I'm retired. So yeah, I'm old enough to know better, and I try to do the best I can and try to live my life out as best I can. Okay, SMA's in Ohio. Oh yeah, I've been to Ohio plenty of times. I used to be a contractor with FedEx Ground. I'm a retired contractor with FedEx Ground. I used to be in the trucking business, and I've been to Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati. I've been a lot of places up in there, Cleveland. So yeah, I've been to Ohio. I like Ohio. Yeah, hit the like button down there and give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can. That would be great. Yeah. No, I don't play games, SMA. I'm not a gamer, if that's what you mean. My grandson does. Now, I've got a grandson that's a freshman at NC State. He plays a lot of games, but I'm not a gamer. From Dubai, okay. Well, glad to see you in here from Dubai. Yeah. Yeah, everybody be a subscriber. Just get my numbers up there a little bit, people. That'll help me out. Okay, Warden, yeah. How old am I? Well, I'm 72 years old, so how old I am. For those who are interested in how old I am, I'm 72 years old. I'm married. I've been married 53 years. I'm a parent, a grandparent. I've got 2 children, got 1 grandson, and we live in Cherryville, North Carolina. That's for all you newbies out here that are hitting my channel. I don't know how my channel blew up this morning with all these chats, but glad to have everybody in here. Yeah, I'm an old guy. I'm an old guy. I don't know if you want to listen to my philosophy in life, but you love my face, okay? Well, I like my face too. It's the only one I have. It's the only one I have. So yes, I'm very fond of my face. I try to get up every morning and shave it too, and keep everything going good. So I hope all these newbies, like Jamie said, will jump in there and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let my channel blow up a little bit. I don't care. So everybody, as you're in here, all these newbies, just hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. You'll get to hear philosophy and other things that I do during the year and all that sort of stuff. So I have no, Jamie, I know you're in here. I have no idea how my channel hits some sort of algorithm or something and it's blowing up a little bit, but so be it. That's cool. That's cool. I'm getting people from I'm getting languages I don't even understand now. Yep. Yep. Jamie described me a little bit down there. I'm a baby boomer born in 1951, so you can do the math. My dad was in World War II. He was in the 82nd Airborne, so I'm a patriot. I believe in everything good for our country, and I believe in good education, and I believe in good politics, good sane politics. So yeah, well, happy St. Patty's Day to some of the others out there too. My favorite food, steak. I had a steak. We actually had some steaks last night. So I would say I'm just a steak and potatoes guy. So and I like barbecue. I like barbecue and steaks and that sort of stuff. Well, I hope you enjoy my content. Yeah, all you newbies out here that are tuning in, subscribe to my channel and join my content, and try to come back when you can. I mean, I'm just an old guy that likes working on my cars. I don't know if you can see in here, but I'm up here at my shop right now, and I work on classic cars. So I've got some old classic cars. I've got a 55 Chevy right behind me, a 56 Pontiac across the bay, and Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like that. Yeah. Well, I think it's badass. Yeah. I think that 55 is a badass vehicle, and it's fun to drive. Yeah. Well, I hope you do have a cool grandpa. I try to be a cool grandpa, and I try to look at things logical. I try to do the things that I I try to live my life to the fullest. I mean, I'm still getting around pretty good. I'm retired. I had a trucking business up until 2020, and I had a heart attack, and then had to have quadruple bypass. And I sold my business. I had actually a couple businesses. I had a trucking business. I was a contractor with FedEx Ground. I had about 50 trucks owned with them, and I sold that business. And I also owned a Napa Auto Parts store, and I sold that business. I still have the real estate on a couple of these things. I'm inside my shop right here, where I used to do all the maintenance for my FedEx trucks. This is one of my shops, and now I've got it converted to refurbish old cars, because that's my latest hobby right now. I'm refurbishing old cars and just enjoying that, getting out and get to do a little cruising and that sort of stuff. Yeah, y'all be a try, like James said. I enjoy having these new people, so hopefully you'll join my channel and help me out on my channel. All new subscribers helps me out. You know, having content and subscribers and everything else helps out. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I don't know how. I guess some algorithm. I must have tripped something on here that my algorithm clicked on, and my live stream just went crazy. Yep, yep, I sure do. Jamie said, yeah. Yep, everybody give me a like. Thank you, TJ Crawford. Yeah. Yeah, how are you, Warden? I'll say shout out to Warden. Now, click on and subscribe too. Ceres Melendez. Melendez? Well, I'm sorry to hear about your grandson. Yeah, I would never want anything to happen to my grandson. I only have one, so my heart goes out to you. But and I really feel sorry for you on that. There's nothing worse than losing a child or a grandchild as you get older. I mean, I like for life to work in the natural progression. I have a first cousin. She had a son that she lost when he was a senior in high school. He was almost the same age as my son, and it was very traumatic to that family, and they never did get over that. And that was their only son too. They only had one child, and they've been childless for 25 years, and that's been tragic. That's been very tragic. Yeah, yeah. Well, Corey, I appreciate you being in here. I don't know what you got a lot of graphics in there. Well, Corey, don't be, profanity. I try to hold down any kind of profanity or things like that. So Kim Sung. Okay, hello, Kim. Glad you were able to jump in here and that sort of stuff. No, I'm pretty good without getting speeding tickets, MV. Well, I have been only out of the country one time. I went to Mexico, and just I don't feel comfortable outside the United States, and I really At my age, I'm never going to travel. A lot of people like traveling. That's just not for me. I mean, we have technology that will let me see anything. If I can see everything in the United States that I want to see, I'll be very happy. I don't have to go out. I don't have to venture out of the comfort zone of the United States. I mean, I know there's a lot of nice places out there. I mean, Australia, I wouldn't mind going to Australia in a way. But as far as world traveling, and a lot of it has to do with my health. I'm not as healthy. I can't walk as good. I mean, my endurance is not as good as it used to be when I was young. So I am limited from where I can get out and go like I used to. Hey, Joey. Yeah, glad to see you in here, Joey. But my channel, for some reason, has blown up this morning. We don't know. We hadn't figured it out. Jamie and I have been trying to figure out what, I don't know if I clicked on something or said something that spurred an algorithm that just went wild. But I've got a ton of new people that have jumped in here. Of course, now people will see the ones with the blue tools are my regulars that come in and out, and my moderators, but like Joey and like Jamie. Yeah, I had to take it easy on the Parmesan, won't I? Yeah, I go live every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. So those of you that want to jump in here like you did this morning, go wild. I don't know how I don't know how it went wild this morning. Like I said, the fact that I got started late and I'm having to run the camera sideways, as I like to say it, because I didn't do it right this morning. But not doing it right is actually made something click right, I guess, as far as getting a lot more people in here this morning. It's really wild. What is my dream car? I actually like a 57 Chevy. That's always been I had one at one time, and I really liked it. But as I say that, I like my modern cars too. I've got two BMWs that I really like. As far as comfort and doing everything I really want to do, I own two BMW X5s, and I like my pickup truck too. I've got a Ford F-150 with a diesel in it, 3-liter diesel, and it's a real nice truck. And then I also have some others. But as far as favorite, I mean, my BMWs are probably the most comfortable and convenient car that I've ever owned. But I like I love to get out in my old coupe. I've got a 31 A model coupe that's a hot rod. Love to drive it around too. It's cool. But every time I drive it, I'm cognizant of the fact that it doesn't have all the safety features and everything else that a regular car has. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I still got the dent in the bumper, Joey. Yeah, and I think I told you, I figured out what it was. And I'm not going to say who it was in my crew, but that dent, I think, came from jacking my trailer, because I was jacking it myself one day. And I said, I need to get out and check. It's getting a little bit close. And that dent lined up perfect with where my trailer would hit that, my flatbed trailer. So I think, like I say, I don't know who. I'm not going to put blame on it. It's done. It's gone. So I think that's what it was. I think in all my detective work, Joey, I think that's what I finally worked it down to, that somehow or another that trailer, my truck and my trailer got jacked too sharp one time and touched my bumper. Hey, Scott. Yeah, Sunday's a fun day. Yeah, we're at St. Patty's Day today, aren't we? So yeah, yeah, trailers will do that. That's for sure. And I was jacking that one around. Either I was doing it or somebody else was doing it. I don't remember doing it myself, but I'm not gonna throw the blame on somebody. Yeah, I got. I don't have an electric car. I don't have a Tesla I almost fell into the loop of getting an F-150 electric, but I did not because I researched it and it wasn't practical. The electric cars are not practical for me, I don't think. Not at this point. I mean, you can't charge it everywhere. I mean, you can't charge. It's not like a gas station, and I don't want to plan my life around having to worry about can I plug something in. And so I'm not a big proponent of electric vehicles right now. But I do have an electric mower, like Jamie was saying. I've got one of the Ryobi. Actually, I got a couple. I got a couple of the Ryobi electric mowers, and I do have that. So there is something to be said for some of those. And I do like the fact I mowed my grass this week, and there's something to be said about being able to jump on a lawnmower. You don't have to check the gas, oil, anything. There's no maintenance, other than charging the batteries. Yeah. Well, thank you, Worldwide. Yeah. Yeah, everybody jump in here and like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody doing that. Help grow my channel. I've got a small channel, and I'd like to see it grow a little bit. Yeah, and that's what happens sometimes, Scott. A lot of these electric tools are overrated, and you can't depend on them totally. You're gonna have to get out there and be experimental yourself. And a lot of them just don't have the longevity as far as being able to do your task you want. I think a lot of them with these electric tractors, these solar tracks, and that company just went out of business, from what I understand. Yeah, everybody give me a thumbs up out there. Give me a thumbs up and whatever you can to help my channel. I'm very appreciative of that. So, my subscribers go up or whatever. I'm very appreciative of everybody that jumps in here and helps my channel out. And so, whatever y'all can do to help me out, very appreciative this morning. And we're look forward to having a lot of you, jump back in at a later time too. I try to do these chats every Sunday morning, and we talk about politics, we talk about life itself, life in general, whatever's going on in my life, I talk about. Well, thank you, Kim Sung. Hey, UNC, yeah. Well, I'm NC State. What's up, UNC? Yeah, UNC got beat by NC State last night. So thumbs up on that too. As I was talking earlier, I mean, the Pack was able to pull it out. First time since 1987 that they won the ACC tournament. So, I'm real proud of that. I'm real proud of the fact that my grandson goes to NC State, and he's studying to be a mechanical engineer, and so we're real happy with that. Yeah, real happy with that. So yeah, I'm real tickled, and hopefully the tide's changing a little bit for State down there. Maybe they'll be able to do something. What size is my shop? Well, this shop, I own two shops. I've got one across the road we've got a little dividing road here between my shop and the others, this shop and the other shop. This shop is 60 by 80. Now my other shop is 60 by 160. It's a huge shop. It's got 3 bay doors. Actually, it could have 5 if I'd wanted to put them in closer. But I got 3 big bay doors, and I can pull tractor trailer trucks in here. I can lift them up. I can, as some of you may have been able to see a few minutes ago, I can, if I can give you a quick shop tour. Let me give you a quick shop tour here. Let me turn the camera around, and I will give you a quick shop tour. As you can see, there's my 2 bay doors here, and right here is my 1955 Chevy sedan delivery. It's not a Nomad. A lot of people say, oh, you got a Nomad. No, it's a 55 Chevy sedan delivery. And right here is a 1956 Pontiac that as you see, we got it up, the wheels off of it. Got to put new brakes, brake lines. We're going through this car completely. We're going to try to put it back right. And as you can see over there, see that red thing, that's our clean burn furnace that we use the waste oil to burn to heat the shop. Of course, we got, over here's my milling machine. Over here's my lathe. Of course, that's our bandsaw. Then we get on over here to our other, there's my shear, my metal shear. There's a metal brake, and there's a metal finger brake. And then here is my bead roller that I got from Eastwood. And I'm actually getting, as I said earlier, I've got a new motor that's coming that we're going to put on the end of this so we can remotely run it with a motor, which makes this bead roller really, really nice thin. I mean, I've seen a couple of those. Now there's my air conditioning machine. We used to use that a lot for our tractor trailer trucks. And then over here we've got, of course, we've got a lot of tie downs. We haul stuff with trailers, some bolt bends, and of course right here, I got here and here. These are my sterile Coney lifts that I have that we can lift a tractor trailer truck, car, tractor, whatever up with. I mean, they're very helpful. And then over here, we have 2 more of those towers. I can lift a dump truck up, like I said, a tractor trailer truck up. If you're ever in North Carolina, you're gonna see this personalized tag. That's me, MJ's 55 SD. That's my tag for that. So that'll give you a little. And of course, up front, I've got some storage. So I'm gonna get back over here. Oh, of course, there's my welder, my compressor. And let me turn this back around. Now you're back to me. So now you can, those of you that want to see that. Well, I hope you can tell that I've been a hard worker, and I am a hard worker. I'm retired right now, and I try to I try to be able to do a few things in life that are enjoyable, and you know, try my best to just have a good attitude about everything. I mean, we've got to be able to keep this world working hard, and we got to be able to keep our government working hard. Right now, we've got our government that's spending hard. We need to stop that. We need to vote smart come November. I'm a conservative person. I am not registered Democrat or Republican. I'm an independent, but I'm very conservative minded. I will tell you that. And I need to make sure that our government does not go socialist, communist, crazy, too extreme left. We need our government to be in the middle of the road, in my opinion. We don't need to go crazy. And how old am I? Well, I am 72. I'm a baby boomer and I'm very proud of it. So if you want to know how old I am, I'm 72, Jamie. I'm 1 year older than you think. I was born in 51. So I'll be 73 in June. Yeah, I've got a little age on me and experience at the same time. I mean, with this, age and experience come together, and we try to do everything right. Well, hello, Case. I will try to acknowledge people. I would say you're right, Mickey. Well, I appreciate that, Case. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing, and I hope to get more of you back in every Sunday morning as I sign on. I had a little rough start this morning, but it evidently has turned out to be a good thing because my channel blew up a little bit this morning, and I don't know why. I'm glad it did. I'm glad to get all new subscribers in here. And yeah, like I said something earlier, I want the policy to change immediately. And unfortunately, for those that don't want Trump, he's still our best alternative. People may not like Donald Trump, and I would not say he would be somebody I'd want to go out to eat with. I think he has a point of arrogance that is not likable as a person, but his policy is what I'm after. When you look at how we were able to change policy for the better, as far as our court system, as far as a lot of different things when he was in, that's what I'm after. I'm not worried about personalities. I'm not interested in trying to say, oh, this guy's my buddy, I love him and all that. I want the United States to be able to survive. And we're not going to survive at the way we're doing things right now. We can't carry on 2 wars and like I said, a porous southern border, and we have people coming in from all over the world through our southern border, undocumented, and we have no idea who they are, where they're going, what they're going to do, except they're going to disrupt our social system and our economic system. They're going to impact us for years. What Biden has done in the past 4 years is going to impact us greatly, greater than any other president has in the past, and not in a good way. It's going to impact us in a negative way by bringing that many people undocumented to the United States. I mean, everybody says we're a nation of immigrants. Yes, we are. But even in the 1800s, we knew where these immigrants were coming from. We had some sort of documentation, even in the 1800s. We are bringing people into the United States with zero documentation, zero background check, nothing that we can follow up on. And that's what is very scary right now. So I would like to see that change. Yeah, I know it. And just look at the Look at all the subway crime we got. And we have let our crime, even with our domestic policies we've got, by when you got DAs like Alvin Bragg that are letting people out as quick as they put them in. I mean, how would you like to be a New York cop and you know that you arrest somebody and before you can even get the paperwork completed, that person's already out and back on the street? I mean, people with serious crimes too. I mean, that's the problem. So it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I got to take me a drink here. Drink my Sprite so I can talk a little bit more. Yeah, hit the thumbs up for me, guys. Help my videos grow. Help my videos grow, and you know, I appreciate all the new people that popped in here this morning. I really do, and that's helping my channel grow. And it's been a different experience this morning. I mean, like I said, every once in a while something like this will happen. I've had it happen on a couple of my videos where the video blew up. And, you know, something I said, I mean, I don't know. This morning, I really wasn't saying much of anything, I guess, but something triggered YouTube to, you know, really pop a lot of extra people jumped out there. So but I'm glad to be able to talk to everybody. I mean, that's the whole purpose of doing a live chat like this, is to talk to friends and people that you've met and people that you want to express things to. And, you know, I'm very thankful for everybody that wants to sign on to my channel. You know, I'm very appreciative. So don't think that I won't give you a little bit of a platform to speak your mind too. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this. I think it shows about 25 or 30 people. 20, it's jumped up just then. About close to 30 people in here right now, it's showing. And, you know, and that's a good day for me. I appreciate it. You know, it's not gone into the hundreds. I mean, some of these people get on and they chat and they'll have overwhelmed with, you know, people. And I'm not disappointed with the amount that I have right now. Yeah, well, I appreciate like I said, I appreciate everybody that does jump in here. And I hope you like the content that I talk about. Like I said, I talk about just what's going on in life, politics. I jump in there and I speak my mind about politics, and I don't pull any punches. If you like what I say, that's fine. If you don't like what I say, then of course click off. That's the beauty of YouTube. It's like what we used to do when we were young. We could just flip the channel. You can go over and watch something about Taylor Swift or somebody else, somebody famous. I'm not famous. I'm just a guy from North Carolina that's out here speaking his mind. So I'm definitely not famous. I enjoy life and I enjoy people. I enjoy expressing my thoughts, and I hope this world continues to get better. So that's the reason I express my thoughts. That's the reason that, as I tell people, I am one of these people that is registered. I'm a registered independent. I'm not affiliated with the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. Now, for years, I was a Democrat. I will tell you that. The Democratic Party left me, though. The Democratic Party, with the way they were going, left my values in the dust, you might say. So my wife and I both changed our political affiliation to independent. And we right now, we can, that gives me the opportunity to vote in any primary that I want to in North Carolina. North Carolina, the way we're set up, we can vote if I go in, they ask me, are you wanting to vote in the Republican primary or the Democratic primary? So I have a choice. So if I realize that I want to make a choice in the Republican Party, I'll vote Republican. If I want to make a choice that I want to vote in the Democratic primary, to change something in the local Democratic primary, I'll vote Democrat at that time. And then in the general election, of course, I can vote either way. And I'm not tied into any political theory at that point. But I am a conservative. I will say that. I'm not a liberal. So, if you don't have a conservative viewpoint, then yours is different than mine. But I don't fault people. If your opinion is different than mine, that's great. I'll sit down and talk with you on anything out there, because not everybody's going to see the same way that I do. Like I said, like Grandpa used to say, he said, if everybody was the same, everybody would love you, Grandma. So I don't want that. So I don't want everybody being in love with Grandma. Yeah. Do I ever hear from Red Viking? Actually, he called me. Scott called, his real name's Scott. Yeah, he called me a couple of months ago. Him and his wife, his current wife, they were still traveling then. I don't know if they're still trucking. I haven't talked to him personally, and as far as a phone call, in probably 4 or 5 months. And like I said, he called me out of the blue one day and wanted to, well, of course, because he had, he actually worked for us. He actually worked for us for about 6 or 8 months. So at FedEx. So, I have part of his work history. So he was kind of wanting to, follow up on his work history with me. And he was a good driver and dependable. So, I gave him a good recommendation of where he was going. But philosophy-wise and everything else, Scott has a different outlook on life. I want to be settled down. I don't want to be on the road. That was never my intent as a driver, contractor. I didn't have the love of the road where I wanted to be out there 24 hours a day. Scott has more of he's more of a gypsy type guy. He doesn't mind being out on the road, and I don't know where he calls home. My home is in North Carolina. My family is from North Carolina and South Carolina, North and South Carolina. But, that's home to me, is the East Coast. I had some family up in Tennessee, but I don't have the gypsy mentality that Scott has. So I just don't. I don't mind traveling in the United States, but I don't want to have travel to be the end all thing. I like being settled down in one area. Yeah, hi, music lovers. I see some new people in here. And TJ Crawford. What is my thought about inflation? Well, it's terrible right now. Last report I saw, it was 18%. Now, Biden is trying to skew the numbers, he's trying to use how the deficit is going down. But he's talking about deficit spending. And if you're talking about, well, right now, see, last year we only spent on a deficit of $6 trillion. This year we're only going to spend $4.9 trillion. So we've cut the deficit $1.5 trillion. No, you're still spending at a ridiculous amount. The debt is where the debt and the deficit are two different things. Our debt has continually gone up. Our debt right now was 35 trillion, 36 trillion. I mean, it's numbers that are just unfathomable. And, so that's the difference. I mean, and inflation is terrible. I mean, anybody that can't see, go out and just go to the grocery store. If you used to go to the grocery store and you go buy things now, you know how much a Coca-Cola, a Sprite, how much a McDonald's hamburger has gone up. Things that are everyday items. I mean, if you cannot see the inflation, I mean, go to the hardware store. Go buy a nut or bolt, anything, any product. I would dare to say I don't know a single product on the market today that is cheaper today than it was in 2020. There's not. I don't know of a single product. I don't care if it's what it is. If you're buying toilet paper or if you're buying any kind of grocery, gasoline, whatever, I do not know of any product that today is sold at whatever price it's sold at today, that it would be cheaper than it was in 2020. Just 4 years. And that's a sad scenario when you look at that much has come about in just that short a period of time, in 4 years' time. And who was in charge in the last 4 years? The Democratic Party and Joe Biden. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. And like I said, whether somebody likes Mr. Orange Hair, as some of them call him, if somebody is just a never Trump guy, well, I'm sorry. That you get what you get. When you look at the lesser of two evils, it's the way you got to do it sometimes. The Republican Party at this point is the lesser of two evils. And some people say, oh, I don't want to vote for anybody. Well, when you're not voting for anybody, you're giving up. I'm not ready to give up. I don't care who it is, whether it's Democrat or Republican. If that policy has gone so askew that you feel like we're going down into a rabbit hole, you better do something about it. And that's the way I feel about it right now. We've got to do something about it. We can't continue going down the rabbit hole that we've been going down. Is it raining outside? Hold on one second. I got to see. I think I'm hearing rain. That's because I'm hearing rain. I did not know it was going to rain today. But it is. I've got a tin roof here. I said, it sounds like rain outside. So that's what has happened. Well, guys, I am about to be talked out, and I actually am going to go down to my house to watch our church service. I like watching it online. My wife and I, we sat there in front of the big screen TV and watch our church service. So I'm going to go do that. I appreciate everybody checking in this morning. We've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Y'all take care, and I'll catch you next Sunday if you want to do the live. And then from time to time, will put out videos also. So catch me next Sunday morning, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you.